Hi, everybody. It's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? Welcome to our show. Tonight is Tuesday, April 8th. We have a wonderful show for you. Our guests are Lauren Mufson, Bobby Belfry, and John Bronston, my castmates on Saturday nights at Brandy's Piano Bar. Leo, hit that promo.
I'm a big fish in a small pond. Got my days free and the nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. As famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am. Who I am.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. So tonight is April 8th, 2025. It is Tuesday, which is, for me, my favorite day of the week because we get to do the show, Leo and I, my trusty sidekick, Leo Rodriguez, and I get to do this wonderful show, and we interview our friends and people we love and respect. And just are inspired by their creativity. So Lori Towers, one of the people we highly respect, has popped in. She says the safest place in the world. That's nice, Lori. I hope so. I hope we can create a safe space for everybody. Danielle, although I will say Danielle Alexandria Alchemy, always our first one in. Leo calls you the alarm clock, Danielle. Happy Tuesday, Maria, Leo, and What's the Story with Maria family, crew. And Danielle is our friend. She's a spiritual medium. She is a psychic. She is a past life regressionist. She does animal spirit readings. And I will vouch for Danielle. She is amazing. I have had many a session with Danielle, as my friends have, and everybody is blown away. So go and check out her website. Home with a Fever. Oh, no. No place I'd rather be than here on a Tuesday. Okay, well, I hope you feel better soon, honey. I know a lot of people are sick. Bill Goffey says, hi, lovely people. Hi, Bill Goffey. Can I just tell you, Bill Goffey has been so amazing. He pain him in the ass as he is, because he is a pain in the ass. He helped me build a big 4-tier shelf in my kitchen 2 weeks ago, not even a week and a half ago. And then he played piano for me at Anthony Fett's All-Star Show. So thank you. Billy is always ready to help. So I appreciate that, Bill. And you know I'm going to need your help again soon for something. I don't know what. And he made me a delicious basil pesto, which I cooked with my escargot because I'm still on the keto. I'm kind of sad about it. I just want the Mac Awards to happen. So I want to fit into my clothes for the Mac Awards. Right after the Mac Awards, I am running to get a slice of pizza.
I thought you were going to say, hey, I just want some mac and cheese.
Oh, listen, I've been thinking about mac and cheese all day. Think I'm kidding? Like really bad mac and cheese, like Kraft, like the
Smooches,
worst.
Andy. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Andy, right? Like the worst kind of mac and cheese. But the
There's nothing like, do you remember government cheese, what we used to call GUB hyphen meant government
no,
cheese?
yeah, I know.
Oh, the
We never
best
got that.
creamy.
Although I'm sure we qualified for it. We were dirt poor as kids, but I no, we didn't get it. But a lot of my friends that I went to school with did. Um, Andy, hey, our friend Sean and I say hello. Andy, I was a little worried about you because I
Yeah.
haven't seen you or Sean pop on for a while. And I was reading your beautiful books the other day. My friend Andy Prasky wrote 3 beautiful children's books called, oh, there it is. Butchie Was Afraid. Oh my God. And then they're each about a different thing he was afraid of. And Butchie, the character of Butchie was him as a little boy. The animation is amazing, and the stories are amazing. I love them. I was reading them the other day just for the hell of it. So I was missing you. So I'm glad you're back. John
Andy's
Pietero,
always running around the country and doing all kinds of projects and stuff.
I know he
That
is.
man doesn't stop.
John Pietero, Tuesday with M&L. Yes, thank you, John. So I want you, Leo, please to describe what John and Lori do, our friends, and they are music journalists. They are DJs. They are
They
press
harass each
people.
other and make us
They're
laugh every
fantastic.
Wednesday
And they
night.
enjoy a delicious Manhattan that I make them Manhattans with black and blueberries. So go ahead. They appreciate the mixologist in me.
A moment of memory for Maria's Manhattans, everybody. Oh yes, yeah, but I know that they're so good. I was just trying to put on. I'm a little naked tonight because
A
I don't
little
have
naked.
Lori's. A little naked because I don't have my Axel Oligarchy on,
I
and I
thought
was
you were
trying
going
to
to say
put
you
it
had
on
no
right now.
pants on or something like
Oh
that.
no! I'm not Bill Goffey. You girl,
I know, girl.
girl. But every Wednesday night
Go
at
ahead.
7 p.m. my time, 10 p.m. In the East Coast is the Sheena's Jungle Room beneath the underground. And once a month is actually oligarchy. I'm all about actually oligarchy, but eccentric behavior. Lori's hosts a monthly show with all women rockers, and the rest of the month they play the downtown sound. They get some jazz, some great poetry. John
I love
recites
it.
poetry live.
I
I
know.
love it on that.
And
He's got
Lori
a
plays
great
the
voice for
bass.
it.
Lori is a bass player. John is a drummer. I saw, by the way, I was looking at the Ruminators. They posted some stuff this week of a live performance, and John was playing drums.
Yep,
It was so cool.
I heard about that. I heard about that in the last on the last Sheena's Jungle Room, on the last Beneath the Underground.
They're both such nice people. They happen to be extremely intelligent, talented, and creative, and we love them. And they're our friends. Sean Chinsoon says, we miss you guys too. No, I'm serious. And you know what? I think we're due for a little dinner some night. I'm going to do this because I wanted it. Oh, you know what? This is a great crew. So I was talking to Lauren, who's going to be on our show soon, and Bobby and I. We talk about the Feast of the Seven Fishes, right? Which we do at Christmas. The Italians do. And Lauren said, "Oh, I want to go to the Feast of the Seven Fishes." And I said, "You know what? I might have one, like off the cuff, like in a spring or summer month, and just cook a delicious Seven Fishes feast and have my friends over and just enjoy it." So, Andy, you and Sean, I don't know if you're into that kind of stuff, if you're into like the Italian Christmas Eve dinner, but I may do that. You know, I might have to do, or maybe I'll just do a few fishes and then I'll do some chicken parm or something like that. You know, but anyway, okay. Who else has checked
Well, that's
in?
great for summer. It's so light.
I love seafood. I love it. Although now I can't eat lobster anymore because Judy got mad because she says lobsters are very sensitive. So now I can't have lobster either. She's like,
really? They're not crabby though. Sorry.
No, but she said they even go on vacation. I don't know what that means. Like I don't know if there's.
I've been hitting the tuna steaks lately.
Or what? Tuna steaks?
The tuna steaks lately. Those have
I
been
don't like tuna.
Favorites.
I like tuna raw. I don't like tuna grilled. A lot of people do. Salmon I love. That's the opposite. I like a salmon poached or grilled, but not so much sushi. I'm not a fan of sushi.
Well,
I
grill mine.
Do you?
I grill mine just on the outsides, and then I leave it, nice and raw in the middle. It's so good.
Salmon is so good. I know, right? Thank you. Bobby says, "Oh, come on, Judy." I know. She called me one day crying, saying that she just saw a special, and one of my friends, Roberta, I think it was Roberta, they were talking about, because they're both vegetarians from time to time. Well, Judy is Roberta is a strict vegetarian, but they were talking about lobsters and how lobsters are very sensitive. And I was like, oh no, that's my favorite food in the whole world. But then Judy said, you can never eat a lobster again. They even go on family vacations. So I'm going to have to eat a lobster on the down low. But yeah, it's not
like, so off season when they're not on vacation.
When they're not on vacation, or maybe when they're like, I don't know. I don't know. You can't ask them when a good time is. You can't talk to a lobster. I don't know. I can't, because maybe people would be upset. So anyway.
Hi, Rena.
There's Rena. Rena is my cousin Rena Cornelli Berge from Massachusetts. She is what we call our family project manager. She is involved and in charge of everything. It's not because she pushes herself, just because we're always like, Rena, will you take over? So Rena is our family. What? No lobster. I know,
No love.
Rena. That's what Judy said. Can you talk to her, please? No, we're gonna have it. Just don't tell her I said that. Although she's probably watching this now. Lynn put a little picture of a lobster. What in God's name? Family vacation in my stomach. Okay, there you go. Um,
I love.
elderly only. Oh, what? Wait. Elderly only. LOL. I can help you talk to them and check that they're ready to go. Thank you, Danielle.
There
Is
we
this something?
go.
Danielle, that would be amazing. Let me know which
That would
lobsters
be
are
amazing. We'll
ready.
help them cross over.
Oh my God, Sean Ryan, I love you too so much.
Sean.
Hey, Sean, you should come on the show sometime.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in forever.
Oh my
Sean
God,
Ryan
he's
and
so talented. He's so
I
talented.
knew Sean Ryan when he was but a wee bit of a child, what, 15, 16 years old?
Little boy.
And we were on the Cal State
Boy.
campus. Yeah, we were on the Cal State campus. Our first show together was it 12? No, it was Much Ado About Nothing, right? I played Leonardo and he played the prince. And he's always been an amazing performer.
He's so talented
and watching him grow
easy
up
on the eyes, as the girls in Massachusetts say. He's so goddamn easy on the eyes, darling.
He's funny. He's talented. He is, and not one of my kids, not one of my camp kids, but it's been awesome to watch him grow into the adult that he is, into the supportive, wonderful camp director that he is, supporting all those wonderful kids. You met Doug last week.
I love Doug. Wow, what a handsome guy.
Our camps kind of simultaneously were in the Bay Area. But Sean is he kept going after COVID. It struggled, but they're so successful. And it's a great program. It's a wonderful program.
All right.
He's got so many stars that come to it.
Well, listen then, Leo and Sean. And Sean, here's the deal. If you have a show coming up or just anything you want to talk about, honey, just reach out. I mean, let's connect. We'll connect it anyway, but give me toss out a few Tuesdays. I have a few on hold right now because I'm waiting to hear back from some people. You know, I like to offer people like several dates and then they can choose. But you let me know what Tuesdays coming up you have, like say in May, okay? May and June. And we'll get you to Zoom in. That would be so fun.
My cute little Shawnee all grown up.
He's so sweet. All right.
I love that. I love having that little history with him.
All right. Well, okay, so we talked about John and Lori. Sean Ryan, we know about. I will tell you this. So Judy and the Lobsters. I know that. Also, Rena, I haven't told you yet, but I think I'm going to be home this Sunday and Monday. So Sunday, I have to help my sister. We have to do a bunch of stuff. But maybe Monday night, we can have a little.
Are you sure about the dates? Have you checked your calendar?
Oh, Ivana and Lokai. So this is our 2025, nothing but the apron calendar. And this is Ivana and Lokai. They are my customers at the duplex, and they are
so cute,
adorable. Lokai is Samantha Harmon's son, if you can imagine. My friend Samantha, she was a lovely person. She and G. Enrique they raised a bunch of money for the Blue Wave over the election season. Don't worry, it's just going to be a delayed, but we'll get that wave going. So, but Lokai is her beautiful son, and that's his fabulous and gorgeous girlfriend. And they're just the sweetest young couple you can imagine. And they live together, and that's their little kitchen. So they are Mr. and Mrs. April. Now, there's the calendar. By the way, I still have calendars. I order a couple of extras always to have them. So if you want a calendar, there's so many wonderful people in this calendar. As a matter of fact, one of our guests tonight is Mr. September. And one of our other guests tonight was Mrs. August of 2024. So we have two of our calendar hotties on tonight, but that's not all they're famous for. They're famous for their voices, their comedy, their artistry, their sass, their lakas, right? And working at Brandy's. What do we have in common? We all work at Brandy's. They've worked there a long, long time. and they know the history.
And being an awesome parent. Let's throw that one in there as well.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I am not a parent. I teach kids. I work with kids. You are not a parent. You work with kids. And the beauty of that is, as the day comes to an end, we send them home. And they go home to their beautiful parents. And then we see them again the next time. But I have nothing but respect for parents. I have no idea how that is done.
It's a hard job.
That is a hard job.
I always describe it as that's the kind of love that you just can't escape, and it's hard. And once you have your child, they're your child for the rest of your life. And I know parents that tell me, like, yeah, I'll stop caring and I'll stop worrying when I'm dead. I think it was Linda Lavin that said that.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of Linda Lavin, I love to listen to audiobooks, as you know. That's one of my favorite things to do. So I'm not completely 100% obsessed with the news, which I am as well. But I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks, and I just finished Charles Bush's book called Leading Ladies. And yes, it is funny. Yes, it is very, very, very touching. It's his autobiographical and creative, anthology. However, it is one of the most well-written pieces of literature. And like every line is so beautifully written. He chooses his words so perfectly. So I cannot say enough about Charles Bush's book, Leading Ladies, although I'm sure the written is wonderful, but the audiobook is so great because he does all the voices. And
he was at the forefront of gay rights in the 80s with Harvey Firestein and drag shows and cross-dressing and entertaining and standing up for ourselves and earning
a lot of the people that he came up with in theater, sadly, he lost to that. So I highly, highly recommend Charles Bush's Leading Ladies. Also, Charles Bush is going to be honored at the MAC Awards, which is this Thursday, April 10th. So I personally think that it is time for the big drum roll and to bring in my friends and our guests tonight, and my friends that will be at the MAC Awards and on stage at the MAC Awards.
Because what's being honored at the MAC Awards?
Well, Brandy's is one of the things that is being honored at the MAC Awards. They're honoring Brandy's for being there for so many years and being a great sustaining.
Is it 15?
No, I think it might be. You have to ask Lauren and Bobby.
Well, let's ask her.
Let's ask them. And then John is musically directing. So there she is, Lauren Mufson. Belfry.
Say hi. Say hi.
Hey.
Hi, Rosie.
Oh my goodness, she got so big. Look at her.
She's a teenager now. When did that happen?
Oy vey. You're not kidding.
Wow. Rosie, your daddy shows me lots of videos of you like doing all these amazing gymnastic things.
Amazing tumbling.
Oh my God.
Talk about your tumbling and all. She can't hear you guys.
Oh, okay. Oh, we love her and she's so talented.
They love you and you're very talented. Oh, now she has my end.
Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So we were talking about the MAC Awards, and we were talking about Lori and Bobby, and John is going to join us soon, and he's going to be musically directing the MACs. So before John joins us, why don't you tell Lauren and Bobby, tell us about how long Brandy's has been in existence and how long you've been there.
Go ahead, Law.
Okay. So as you know, I came to Brandy's in 1987. I was about a year out of college, and a friend of mine, I was, doing theater and auditioning and doing my thing and wide-eyed and bushy-tailed and wanting to be in New York. And a friend said, you have to go to Brandy's. You have to go to this place because you would love it. And it's true. I walked in because I needed a survival job. I was waitressing and bartending and doing things. So I walked in and it felt like the Emerald City to me, Brandy's. It was Christopher Marlowe on the piano and Julie Shepard was the waitress. And they were both like fabulous. And it was just, intimate and fun. And, it was just perfect. So I asked, how do I get a job here? And I auditioned. And then I started working there. And I've worked there on and off ever since.
And how many years ago was that, Laura?
Well, that was 1987. So
Wow.
Almost 40. 38.
yeah. And you know,
Wow.
and I've come and I've gone and I've come and I've gone and I've gone for a long time and then I come back. So it's just been a part of my life. It's been a very, very long, wonderful relationship.
Oh my God, that's so amazing.
Yeah.
And Bobby, how about you? How about you've been there a long, long time as well, right?
I started the first time I went there. I was on a date, and my friend said, "Oh, we had been to 88s," and he said, "It's a piano bar, but they play Billy Joel." And I was more of a rock pop guy, right? So I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, yeah, Billy Joel and Elton John. Yeah, I want to go to that." So we went. It was a Monday night. Heidi was working. Andre was there. Rick was playing piano. I was one of maybe 4 customers, and I remember sitting down underneath the window, in the room, and I just felt like I was home. And I imagined myself singing at the mic and sitting at the stool. It felt very familiar to me, and it felt like home. And Lauren was the very first person I met when I went in there by myself. It was a Friday night, and she was waiting tables. Yeah.
Really? Oh, see,
That
I
was
didn't know.
1989. I started in 91, but I went there in 89 for the first time.
Wow, that's fantastic. And what would you say has remained the same, and what would you say has changed?
God.
It feels the same to me, really. I mean, the only thing that's different is the technology. People are more focused on their phones, social, that kind of social thing. But it kind of feels the same.
I would say, I mean, we were the young ones then. Now we're
Yeah.
not. So it's definitely different in that way. Because I remember, and when I started, it was pretty much, it was all show tunes, and then like maybe Rick Jensen was the one person playing pop music, and Jerry Diefenbach. They were playing pop music, but most everybody was playing show music and standards.
Really?
So it was different, yeah. And it wasn't so sing along. Now everything's, Sweet Caroline and Play Piano Man. It's all popular things that people want to sing along with, which is great. But that's not how it was. It was more you get up and you do you do your thing. You do your up tempo and your ballad and your Broadway comedy number, and you chit chat with the audience. It was just a different vibe. It was also like, I would say, Bobby, it was 90% gay men.
Yes, it was.
And when we started, it was a very different.
Because people weren't out, so Brandy's was like kind of like not a home, but it was also kind of like a safe haven.
Escape. Yeah, a safe haven is a good way to put it.
It was.
And an unofficial meeting place, right?
And for us gay guys, that it was like a place to hang out in the day, just to socialize, and it was fun, and we felt safe there.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, that's what the piano bars were. I used to, when I lived in Massachusetts, and I moved here in 1990, but starting in 86, my best friend and I, Richard, used to I was still drinking back then, so we used to get totally drunk after our shows in Massachusetts, and then we would drive to the airport, get on. Back then, it was called the Eastern Shuttle. It was $69.
I remember the Eastern Shuttle.
Remember the Eastern Shuttle, and you could get on. It was like it left every hour on the hour. Or something.
Yes, I remember. It was
and you
great.
just literally bought a ticket for $69. We didn't even have credit cards back then. We just paid the money.
Cash.
Yeah. And then we got on the plane, we landed in New York, and then we would literally say to the cab driver, take us to the Village. We had no idea where we were going. We just but we'd always end up in the piano bars, and had I known about Brandy's up there, I didn't know anything about New York, except I just followed my friend, and he just wanted to get to Christopher Street, but I remember it was the late 80s, and that was just like, it was the most magical place on earth. And I still feel like that. I still feel like that about New York, and the piano bars, to me, I love what you guys said about like the clientele has changed a little bit, but you both have always said same old Brandy's, right? That's the motto. Isn't that the slogan? Same old Brandy.
Yeah, it's on the front window.
Mm-hmm.
Printed there. Yeah.
And I feel like, and then that little bird. Do you know the history behind that little bird that's on the logo?
That's a Pintoll. The artist is Pintoll, Pintoll. It's like pop art. I did a little research on it a while ago.
Okay.
And Brandy's used to be one of 4 Brandy's.
Oh,
There
really?
was one on York Avenue. There was, and ours, the original one, and there were 2 or 3 in Boston.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, and they were near Harvard.
I didn't know
And
that.
that's where they originated. That's where Brandy's originated, and that's where the logo came from.
In Boston.
Yes, and I think they were more. It was before they were piano bars. They were like coffee house folk. You know, it was a different scene.
Wow.
I don't even know if they had pianos. They may have, but I know a lot of people said, you know, it was more like singer-songwriters, people with their guitars.
Yeah.
You know, it was a real hang for that kind of genre.
Well, every now and again, somebody who hung out there in the 60s and early 70s, they'll come in and they'll say nothing has changed. It's exactly like this. It was exactly like this. Yeah.
I believe that. But now it's not a bad thing. It's just we have a mix. We still have people, you know, that are older than us and our age, but there's so many young people.
So many.
So many. And what I do love about it is that I always say to them, how did you find this place? And they go, I just moved in 2 doors down. Like there's a lot of that. And so I feel like we have these new regulars now that are, it's about to become their favorite place as well.
Well, that's how the machine continues.
Yeah. Now, Bobby, you talked about the little bird and you knew the artist. Mm-hmm. Leo, would you mind pulling up that thing that I sent you? I just sent Leo a picture. I want to pull something up. So the reason that Bobby knows a lot about artists is because, and he won't always tell you because he's busy being a singer and a songwriter, Bobby is an incredible artist. And so last year, there it is, for not last year, 2 years ago, for my 60th birthday, Bobby painted this. If you could see it closer, it's a picture of the painting of Brandy's from the outside. And it was during COVID where we had the outside seating as well. And Bobby does these amazing paintings. And so Bobby painted that. Bobby, it's one of my prized possessions. Just so you know.
So sweet.
It's right above my piano. And I love it. It makes me so happy. So let's talk a little bit about COVID. John's going to join us in a little while, but let's talk about, because that was, to me, I still can't believe we got through that. But we were open.
Yeah.
We were closed for a little bit, and then they started to open. And where did they open? Outside, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
It was fun. Our manager at the time really Mario Davila really facilitated the whole thing. I mean, we just made it work. We'd show up, okay. We had to serve food, so there we are.
Outside.
Oh my God.
Singing with masks on. Oh my God.
We're all wearing masks and singing.
Wow.
And I'm like, freezing cold.
Oh my God, I love that. I think I took that video actually.
Probably. Yeah, we made it work. We figured it out. Mario and our porter Guillermo, they built a shed and it was
you just did it.
It was like Judy Garland and Mickey Rooney doing a
show
in the barn, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, what still makes my heart, like, you know, it's almost like this grip around my heart, is that I feel like we were terrified. We didn't know what was going to happen, if any of us were going to get sick. We didn't know. We just kind of like did the next thing we had to do.
Yeah.
But there was such a pride in continuing to do what we were meant to do.
Yeah.
It was freezing. Like some of those nights were like like 20
Brutal.
degrees, literally. We were outside, and then they had the heater lamps, right?
Yeah.
And customers would bring blankets,
Yeah.
but they were so devoted. They showed up, they brought blankets, they tipped us, and the piano player was inside behind glass.
Right.
Because we were considered super spreaders, right? Because
Yes.
when you sing, you're expelling all this air. So the
Right.
piano player had to be behind the glass, and then we had our masks on, or we were outside. So that was really, I'll never forget that.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And you're right. Shout out to our little Mario. And he's
Oh,
in
Mario,
Texas
just
now.
incredible.
Here's you and me, Laura. We're doing our.
Oh, look at us.
Hey, Lauren hitting the high notes. Lauren's famous for the high notes. I love it. I love that. So now so that's 45 years you wrote, Bobby, right? That we've been that Brandy's has been open 45 years, the way we know it today.
I believe the 45 years is the amount of time it's been a piano
bar.
Oh,
it's been around for longer.
Much.
And we had now because you put it in the parody that we're doing.
Yes.
It's had several different owners, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it started out with the same. Prior to, I don't know who the owners were when it was a folk bar. The same people who owned the Boston and the other, but then it was Irv Rabel and Irvin Robb who owned the Duplex and Don't Tell Mama. They bought Brandy's. So there was a time when they owned all three. I think that was in 1979. I think Jim Lazar told me that they bought it in 1979. They started it. They made it a piano bar, and they had a lot of cabaret people performing there. Lena Katrakis and Helen Baldessari, and all these, people.
Celeste.
And then in 85, I believe, is when Joe Connell bought it.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's who I worked for all those years, was Joe.
And Joe Connell was a retired NYPD detective.
That's right.
I mean, I love that story. Michael Woolley has said hello. Hi, Michael
Michael!
Woolley.
Oh my God!
Michael Woolley. It was his birthday last week.
Kenny!
Kenny Green. And happy birthday to Kenny Green's mom. It was her birthday last week. She's a diva. So happy birthday
John
to
Bronston.
Oh my God, John.
Yay.
Not only is he our co-worker on Saturdays, but he is musically directing the MAC Awards this year, which is a huge feat. Are you at rehearsal right now?
I am. I'm in rehearsal right now. I'm at the Tank Theater rehearsing Galamon the Tropical Smoothie. But I stepped out of rehearsal long enough to say hello to you all.
Well, I don't want to mess up what you're doing. So why don't you? I would love to know what the experience of musically directing the MAC Awards has been so far.
I mean, so far it's been a lot of administration. But it's going to be a wild night. There's going to be a surprise opening number that's going to be really exciting. I'm really thrilled to work with that artist. There's going to be a lovely in memoriam moment that I'm really looking forward to the music of that.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a great concert, and it's going to be a great evening, and hopefully it'll be a quick show also.
Yeah, well, they're known to run a little bit long, but I feel like the last few years have been right on time. And
Amy, the director, she's ready to truck along. I really believe that we're going to have a great, tight show. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be some lovely speeches and some great musical numbers.
Yeah, Amy Walk is the director this year. She's great. And I agree with you, John. And I just, so you have a three-piece band?
Yeah, it's my regular band. It's, I guess that's the John Bronston trio at this point in time. Ian and Drew, who are just great musicians. I love working with both of them. I've known them both over a dozen years.
I love it. And so how many numbers do you think that roughly 12 numbers?
Oh, no. Really, it's like 6 or 7 numbers.
Okay.
So it's tight.
Yeah. Oh, good. So Kenny's popping in. What does Kenny say? So you're saying you have to show up on time. Got it. Kenny, are you causing problems? I'm good. Kenny he's causing problems. You see, because it was Donna Jack Wiley's birthday last week. That's his mom.
Yeah, and he's nominated for a Mac Award this year.
All right, Kenny.
Yes,
He
he
certainly is. We
is.
love Kenny. Kenny is at Marie's Crisis still when he's not traveling the world and performing, as is often he is doing so. So John, what you working on something tonight? And I know you can't stay on long.
Yeah. No,
So
I've been a whirlwind. Last night I was at Yale having auditions.
Wow.
This morning I was having auditions for the Oscar Michaud project at Prospect Musicals, and then now I'm in
What?
rehearsal.
John, you're the busiest person I know. He was in California last week, right?
Yeah,
Did you-
that's insane.
Tennessee. Weren't you in Tennessee?
Oh, Tennessee was the 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I was in Memphis.
Wow.
I was at the National Civil Rights Museum. Yes.
And John has
Wow.
also musically directed. He's musically directed many, many, many shows. He's been on Broadway and Tina the Musical. He has been on tours and at Lincoln Center. I mean, John is amazing. We love you, John, and we appreciate everything you do. So thank you for taking the time. We don't want to keep you too long, but we will see you at the Mac Awards. I'm going to try to clean up and dress as nice as I can. I can't promise anything.
I'll bring you some eyelashes, Maria, is what I'm going to bring you.
Oh, okay. All right. Listen,
I've
Here's
got some
some
in a
cake.
drawer.
listen, I'm breaking my keto fast after the show. That's it. Then I don't care.
Beer cake.
I'll have some cake. So, John, break a leg, honey. We're so proud of you.
Thank you.
And we work
See you
together
Saturday,
on
Johnny.
Saturday. So come by and see us at Brandy's on a Saturday, and John will be playing for you. Love you, honey.
Good night, John. See ya.
John works hard. Oh no! Oh
Special
no!
guest.
Kenny!
Hello.
I could not let this moment pass.
No, you could not. What's going on, girl? What's happening?
I'm home on my couch for the first time ever, and I'm happy, and I bought a ticket to the Mac Awards for the first time in 21 years. I'm going, girl.
Yes,
You
you're
are
going.
girl, and we will see you
We'll
there. It's
see
gonna
you
be so fun.
there.
Now you're nominated, right?
Yes.
Okay, what category are you nominated in?
I don't know. I think it's new.
It's a new category,
I
but
think it's piano player downtown.
downtown. Yeah. So now they do uptown, downtown, which is kind of cool. Gives everybody a chance a little bit to get involved. Kenny works at what nights do you work, Kenny? Tell everybody what nights you work.
Mondays and Saturdays
At Marie's.
at Marie's Crisis.
Okay, fabulous. And you also are in the sub list at Brandy's, at the Duplex.
He worked with us
So
at
long.
Brandy's for a long time.
Yeah.
I miss you guys
On our
so much.
Thursdays. We had Thursdays with Kenny.
Oh, you did? That's right,
Yes.
during COVID, right?
Before.
Before.
Oh. And how's your mother doing, Kenny?
She's great.
Tell
She's
her I
probably
said
watching
hello.
you right now.
I love her. I love me some Donna Jack.
My mother loves you so much.
She's so funny. Do you know where his mother was in town? She took a cab up. She was with her friends, mind you. They didn't want to come into Brandy's, but she ran in while the cab was still idling outside.
Point of order. It was the night of my wedding reception. And she did not stay at the reception. She left the reception to come uptown to see you.
Oh my God. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And to quote your mother, who God I love to death, said, I can't stay and those bitches won't come in. That's why I love you, Mom.
Oh, yes.
So I said, she goes, but I got to give you a hug. So she came behind the bar, gave me a hug, and then whisked off. She's hysterical. She's really funny. But you have now been married, what, 2 years now?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
And Lauren is getting married in August.
I know.
Lauren, you want to talk about that?
No.
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 All right, well, okay, well, I'll just talk about it for a second. Lauren is marrying this wonderfully funny, great, just bright light. His name is Robert, and we love him very much.
Yes, we do.
And we all have you ever met Robert, Kenny?
No,
Kenny-
not yet.
Kenny hasn't met Robert yet. No.
He's fabulous.
I've been gone too
Afterwards.
long.
All right. Well, listen, it is now time for the part of our show which we call "Go Ahead, Keep Eating." Thank you.
I will let you all go. I just want to say
hold
hi.
on.
I
We
love you all
love
so
you,
much.
Kenny.
Good
So
night, Kenny.
much.
Good luck
Say
on
hi to
Thursday.
Adam and everyone else, and good luck Thursday. We'll see you
See
Thursday.
you Thursday.
Yes.
All right.
Can't wait.
Nice little surprise from Kenny.
Kenny Green.
You, Kenny Green, we love. So Michael Leon Woolley says, Lauren, did you do something with Kiss of the Spider Woman?
Yeah. Yeah, I did the original production before it was on Broadway.
Wow. And Lauren was also in Mamma Mia, right?
Yeah. I was in
For
Mamma
how
Mia.
long?
Yeah, 3.5 years.
3.5 years. Can you
Mhm.
believe that? People are still, I think that's probably still what you get asked to do the most, right?
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
People ask for that stuff a lot.
And now it's coming back. Oh, wow.
There he
Wait a minute.
is.
There he is. So this is
Look at us.
Mr. and Mrs. August of
Look at us
2024.
last year.
If you had a calendar, last year's calendar, you got Mr. and Mrs. August, Robert and Lauren. There he is, adorable. And this year's Mr. September might be one of our little friends too. Leo will pull that up momentarily. Well, Leo, hold on. Leo's so good with this stuff. Okay, so there he is.
Yes.
Bobby Belfry and his little cat. What's your cat's name?
Mango.
Mango. That's a great name.
Cute.
I was
Mango.
going for Taylor Swift, but I don't think anybody got it. Taylor Swift on Time Magazine.
Time Magazine. I got it. I loved it. It was right around the time she was touring where you gave it to us. So if you
Yeah.
have this year's 2025 calendar, Bobby is your Mr. September. You haven't gotten to that yet because we're still in April. So, and I have many left. So if I always have, I order more than I ever need so that I have extras if people want them. Because people do buy them years later for collector's items. Okay.
And blackmail.
Leo was Mr. August as well.
August.
I remember.
Right?
I had the Janet Jackson nip slip.
Yes, I saw that. We saw that there was a little malfunction, a wardrobe malfunction. So what did I make tonight? Now, as I said, to the point of nausea, I'm still on the keto, which is upsetting for me. But I did cook for my girlfriend, Judy. Last night, she called me and she said, can you make me a pasta with kind of like a carbonara, but not so much? I said, well, sure. She said, do you have peas? Of course. I'm Italian. We always have peas in the freezer. I have peas. Do you have any pancetta? I said, no, but I have bacon. So this is what I made my girlfriend. I made her some pasta, some
Rigatoni?
Yeah, I guess it's tinier, so I think they call it rotini. So rotini with peas. What I cooked was a garlic butter sauce. I put I cooked the bacon. So the pan, I chopped up the bacon, cooked the bacon, so the pan tastes like bacon. And then I threw in the peas, shallots, and then garlic and butter, and cooked that all. Took that out, cooked the pasta, and then cooked it all together. So that's what we got. I don't have plates because Judy's having her kitchen redone. So we're using paper plates these days. But I can't even eat this because until after Thursday.
It must have killed you to hold that pasta right
oh
there.
my
dude.
God, it's killing me. But you know what's really killing me? The desserts, because I'm a dessert person. So what did I have for a salad tonight? We went to the River Palm, which Lauren loves as well. We love it.
Love it.
So they make the best Caesar salad you can imagine. I don't know what they do to it, but it's delicious. So that's the Caesar salad with chicken, grilled chicken, which I can have.
They used real Caesar.
Yes. Yeah, they make it real. I know they make it. I used to make it tableside, but they make it in the kitchen.
Ooh.
I'm sure. One of my first jobs in the city in 1990, I worked at this place called Joe's Bar and Grill on 10th Street, across from Cafe Torino, and we made Caesar salads by tableside. So I had this station that I rolled out, big bowl. You crack the egg, the anchovy paste, all that, and then you spin the bowl.
Ooh.
It was a big to do, and we
the
had a lot of
authentic, the good
celebrities.
kind.
Yeah, it was a fun job. I had a lot of celebrities I waited on at the time, and they liked the Caesar salad. So that's what's happening there. And for dessert, sadly, I only have blueberries tonight. But it's okay. It's as my girlfriend says, it's healthy. So, she's all into healthy. And I am not. And I try, but I can't. It doesn't always work. So I would like to send this out to my castmates here. I promised that I would make a Feast of the Seven Fishes.
Yes,
Lauren,
yes.
I am going to do that. But I'm also going to throw in some other stuff too. People don't, because you said Robert's not a huge fan of that. So
Yeah.
I'll make some chicken cutlets.
Oh,
I mean, you can't have lobster, right? So you got to put something else in.
Judy won't let me have the lobster anymore. She found out somewhere she read that lobsters go on vacation as a family. That's what she said. And she was very sad. She was very
But Danielle
teary.
offered a great solution. She offered if they're ready to go, then she'll let us know and we'll throw them in the pot.
Well, yes. And
they'll be appreciated after death.
Now I feel terrible.
With butter.
Oh, my
with
God.
butter.
Well, Michael Woolley, Lauren, did you do? Oh, yeah, a kiss of this. Okay, that was that. I just want to make sure. I have two screens going if people ask us. Keith Torgan is watching. Keith Torgan is our friend, wonderful friend. He's an amazing artist. He's also a guitar player, a songwriter, and his beautiful wife, Barbara, is an amazing flautist and lovely human being and actress.
There's a Torgan right there. If you want
is
to
that
see
his
Torgan.
work?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. I had this commissioned. He does these very specific Torgans, right? That's his last name. And I said, I need to commission you. I want to give Leo a Christmas present. Can you Torganize Leo? And he did, and it's amazing. It almost looks like a clown. He just took his really beautiful face and kind of.
He got me really good.
He really got you good.
Captured me.
Julie,
you like my wall? This is my wall of friends' art.
Oh, is it really?
Everybody that I know that I've painted has donated some art to me.
I love it. I love it. Well, Bobby Belfry made a beautiful piece of art for, I'm always singing your praises, for Hillary Clinton. Did you know that?
Oh,
I sure did.
I already got in trouble for mentioning pictures today. So
I know, you're in big trouble.
I was young and I needed the money.
Listen, we got to do what we got to do sometimes. Ryan Madigan has joined us. Jason Peck has joined us. Who else is? Michael Woolley, of course. Matt Oak. Who might that handsome devil be? That's Bobby's beautiful husband, who was my Lynn Fortis' stage manager at Tony and Tina's wedding. Oh. And yes, she is a genius. Lynn and Chauncey wrote this gorgeous song called "Will There Ever Be Peace?" And it's about like the state of the nation and feeling so stressed, and it's kind of hoping, will there ever be peace? And this week I recorded it in Bobby Belfry's hometown of Franklin Square. So that's going to be coming out soon. And Arsenal Sawyer is watching. So we a lot of our, Claudia Archera is watching. She's an amazing guitarist, songwriter, and she also works a beautiful studio in Boston. Now, so I always do this right as we're getting close to the end of our show. Not quite. We got about 8 minutes. But so you've worked at Brandy's for a long, long time. You're both amazing singers. You do outside gigs. You do shows. You do all kinds of. Bobby, you're always writing new songs. You're working on a new album now, right?
Perpetually.
Oh, well, it's okay. That's the way to do it. So I want everybody to please go and check out this video. Bobby Belfry's Just Love. It's on YouTube. It's so good. Is that Nyack where you live?
This is Haverstraw. That's Nyack where I am. But it's Nyack and Haverstraw, and I'm in front of the Stonewall as well.
Oh, I love the Stonewall too. I love Bobby's got the most beautiful voice. So everybody, please go and check out Bobby Belfry, Just Love. It's a beautiful, beautiful video. When did it come out, Bobby? Like 4 years ago?
Yeah, 5-6 years ago, actually.
Oh, okay. 5-6 years ago.
Just before the pandemic.
Oh, it was before the pandemic. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Seems like another time, right?
I'm telling you, it really
like
does.
Another time. I know. So That's beautiful. Please go and check out Bobby Belfry, Just Love. And you can always go on our website, the Brandy's website, and click on everybody, and you will know everyone's schedule there. So if you want any night you want to visit, you'll know who the team is, and it changes from time to time. But Bobby, Lauren, and I and John, who was with us tonight, were on Saturday nights. And Lauren also works Thursday nights with Alana Diaz, who we love.
Go boom.
And Will Tian Hall.
And Will
We
Tian
also
Hall.
Love him.
We-
Fellow Sagittarian.
Many times Alana will pop on and check out our show, but she'll watch it afterwards. I think she'll be at the MAC Awards, right? She may or may not.
She said she was going today.
Okay, good.
I'm thinking of somebody else. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, we're going to have a nice crew there, and we'll see everybody. If you still haven't gotten your tickets and you want to go, yes, it's a lot of awards and things like that, but it's also a lot of performances. It's at Symphony Space, which I want to say is on 94th?
At 95th.
Thank you.
95th.
95th and Broadway. It's a beautiful theater. The sound is amazing. And it's just kind of a love fest. It's a nice night that we all get together. And we're really hard. We're all hardworking performers in this business. We're live performers. We do everything right there with glasses clinking and all kinds of things. And, I always say Piano Bar is like the boot camp of entertainment in New York.
If you can entertain, and I've witnessed all of you guys in your spots, if you can do what you guys do in those spots, and I mean, drunk girls, oh my God, and guys and you're still, and you guys have all at one point in the middle of those crowded, while still bartending or working, have silenced them with your singing. And that's, I think, one of the best parts of being there. Like, someone's hitting the notes and everything when you can shut up the crowd and they're just like, staring at you. Like when Bobby does Maria.
Oh my God, Bobby, that's right. That's so, when he does Maria, it's stunning. But my favorite thing Bobby does is Being Alive. Best version I've ever heard.
Oh, thank you.
It's the truth. Best version I've ever heard. So
and I learned the ABBA song because of Lauren's rendition when I was there. I don't want to. I actually did. I recorded it here. I just fell in love with it then. Even though that song's been around forever.
Lauren's, this is like, you could bet money on this. So Lauren goes, I don't want to talk. And everybody goes, right? It's that sigh.
But then everyone shuts up.
They shut up. It's pin drop quiet. But everyone has the same reaction. Like this song. Everybody has a memory attached to it, right?
Yeah.
And Lauren tells a funny story before it. It's great. Please come and see us.
Isn't it funny how we used to joke about ABBA back? I remember people, you like ABBA, and now like the songs are tied to people's lives and memories like that. It's and ABBA's going like ha 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 ha.
Right, but Lauren, just this couple of weeks ago, you told a story about your daughters now, who are teenagers.
Yeah, they know it. They know all that music. Yeah, I went to this cheerleading banquet for my freshman kid, and they started playing ABBA songs, and all the kids knew all the words.
Wow.
Yeah.
And did they brag and say our mom was in the Broadway performance? Yes, our mom was in.
They're teenagers.
Izzy doesn't. She's over there. Izzy doesn't do that, but Ash does. Ash brags. She's a bragger. But I want to take them. I took them to see it in the final week that it played on Broadway. They were little. So I want to take them back over the summer because it's coming back.
Oh my
Broadway?
God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
How exciting is that?
Yeah, I want to take them back.
That'll be really
People need that
fun.
happiness. They need that happy music.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Everyone does.
I
Light
know.
and joyful, and it's theater can be a lot of things, but when you have something that's so entertaining and where you just can kind of lose yourself in this silly fluffy world for 2 hours, it's very, very, very special.
Did people sing along, Lauren, when you did the show? Were they really singing out?
They weren't. Not during the show, but at the end they were.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the end,
that was a remix, right? The remix.
Yeah, and the mega mix. Yeah.
Right.
They were, but I don't. They probably were during the show too, not in quiet moments.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that they were because it's We had the band, everything was, we had like 4 or 5 synthesizers. So the arrangements were very big. They were very much like the recordings. So you could like the audience could belt it out and you would never know. Really.
Yeah. But I think you're right, Lauren. Like in the piano bar, they'll sing along, not to your the big one that you do. I just forgot the name of it now. I don't.
Winner Takes It All.
Oh, Winner Takes It All.
That they don't really. They'll let you do your thing and they'll be in awe. But they do sing along to Money, Money, Money.
Yeah.
Sing along to
everything.
Dancing
Queen.
Mamma Mia, all of it.
Mia. Now, Andy Prasky says, for me, the frustration of the brilliant live performances is that only resides in your memory. It's not always, recorded. It's just, that's also the beauty.
That's what makes live performance exciting, though.
Yeah.
And the music and the magic of music.
It is.
Although
special.
now I think that there's a lot of people, like, I don't know what they do, these drunken people. I don't know what they do with all these recordings of us.
People tell me, I have 80 of your videos on my Instagram. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. People are constantly videotaping people.
I don't have 80 videos.
I never thought of that. Yeah, they're constantly filming us. What do they do with them?
Like, do they go home and forget they have them, or do they watch them?
I think they post them. They post them. I was at this cool place,
Yeah, that's true. So anyway, maybe we should ask them to tag us when they do. Say, hey, listen, thank you for recording us. Please tag.
That's a great idea.
Tag Brandy's. That would be great. So, okay, we are at the end of our hour. I can't believe it. Flown by. I know.
That went fast.
I know.
I knew tonight was going to be fun.
Thank you for making the time to join me and Leo. I'm so happy you were here. And John, thank you when you watched this. And
Kenny Green.
Kenny Green and Michael Willis.
How
did that happen? Did you do that, Leo?
He
goes, I want to pop on. And then Leo made that happen. Thank you, Leo. That was so cute. I love Kenny.
Well, I know seeing Kenny, I know is far and few. We see everybody all the time, but I know that when he's there to pop in on his couch is a miracle.
I know it is a miracle because
so.
he does so much stuff. He was in Australia recently, and he's all over the country, always musically directing something. So, and he's also in the marching bands. Did you know that?
Yes.
Kenny Green plays
trumpet. Oh, yes, he does.
Dude, he went to college for trumpet.
Yes, he's amazing.
I know.
And he can sing like Stevie Wonder.
Oh my God, he sings beautifully. He sings beautifully.
That's a hard voice to imitate or emulate. There we go.
Yeah. All right. So I always request that our guests leave us with some kind of advice for when we are struggling with our creative sides. Like if a lot of the people that watch our show are also creative people, and let's say you hit a wall, or you're about to do a show, and you're like, oh, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to do? Or Bobby is a songwriter, or even a painting. Lauren, you're constantly doing shows, constantly doing even private parties, or you raised 2 daughters like that. Talk about being creative on the fly. So what is a piece of advice, and you can throw the parent thing in there as well because you're both parents. What's some advice you can give people that might be struggling right now with whatever, with their creativity, with wanting to give up on whatever their dreams are? What would you say about staying in the game? Who wants to go first? Bobby,
I'll go first because something that comes up for me a lot is that, especially when I'm not feeling it, or when I feel off, or when I'm not really feeling like I want to do anything, I'll say no. My first instinct will be no. So I've had to train myself to say yes. So what I'll do is I'll let that no thought come into my mind, and then I'll be like, yeah, I think I can make that happen. Let me get back to you. And then I make myself say yes on some level. Now, not yes to, doing an 8-show week or anything like that. But I find that when I'm not in a creative space, I won't say no to everything. So to open the door, I train myself to say yes, would you like to, do this little show here? no, but yes. And I'll do it. And then I find that it gets things kind of moving again.
Right.
It starts my adrenaline, starts my brain thinking, about material and songs and what I want to do and how I want to do it. And that's just a little thing that I've discovered recently.
Oh, I love that. That's good. Just say yes. Say yes first. You know who that's Tina Fey says that.
Oh yeah?
That's her piece of advice. She says yes to everything.
That's
She goes,
great.
say yes and figure it out later.
Right.
Just say yes. And then don't say, how on earth am I going to do that? Say yes and then panic later. So that's her piece of advice. I read her book, which was great. It's called Bossy Pants. It's phenomenal. So, Bobby, what piece of advice would you give?
Be kind to yourself. Listen to yourself talk. When I'm struggling, when I feel stuck, I say everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me because it always has. It always does. And then eventually it works itself out.
That's great. So you're putting yourself in that reality, whether it's not happening then or not.
Yeah.
But it's true because what you project is what happens. It's what we put out into the world. Leo, how about you, honey? What's your advice this week? Because you always give us great advice.
Remember that no matter if you say yes or no, or if you want to, or you're tired, it's fun, yes, but it always requires work because we love what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And when you finish that work, when you accomplish that job, even singing a song, you got to know the words. You got to practice. You got to make sure if you're presenting. But, when you finish it and the people are standing up for you, that's your reward. That's what it is. I taught the kids last week to sing. We had our karaoke week at a 4-day workshop. They chose their song and they stood in front of karaoke, but I taught them how to be present, to not rely on the words. And they were really, can I go out and play? I'm like, we just one more time. And we sang the song. They'd go out and play. And then they were nervous. But at the end of it, all those kids, there were 8, 9, 10, and 2 9-year-olds. And they just felt they're like, oh, I couldn't. And they understood the reward of getting the work done, of preparing and presenting. And it's important. You got to remember that.
Absolutely. I love that. Well, thank you, everybody. What a wonderful hour this has been, my loves, my friends. Please come and see us on Saturday. And Leo, when you come to town, Leo's going to be coming back to town. You've got to come see us, Leo. And we're going to do lots of fun things. Maybe let me know when you're coming, Leo. Maybe we'll have our dinner that night. But I am going to cook. My kitchen's finished, thank God. My apartment is fixed. Everything's been put back. So now we can go back to our lives.
Even if I started now, I don't think I could starve myself enough for how much food I'm going to take when I get to New York. No.
I know. That's what you got to do. New York's about eating. But anyway, so we love and appreciate you. Please come back every Tuesday if you can. And if you missed the show, it's okay. You can catch us in repeat on Facebook, YouTube, and of course, go to what'sthestorywithmaria.com. And every single place that our podcast is, you can click on and hear. What was this, 393? 390?
Yep, 393.
So we've done 393 episodes. So,
Wow.
Yeah,
7 more to 400.
Congratulations.
7 more to 400.
it is. Oh my God, we're getting close to 400. Have the best week, everyone, says John. Thank you, John. We love you so much. Thank you, everybody. We love and appreciate you. Good night. We'll see you next week.
Good night. Love you guys.